What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about the Max Payne remakes yet again. And let me just start off by saying those folks over at Remedy they're honestly wizards. And, people can like or dislike Alan Wake and Control and all, but these people move extremely quickly. And that is my main takeaway every time I see a fiscal report or an investor meeting or whatever the heck goes on over there. Every time they talk about their games, it seems like they move to a new stage of production or readiness or proof of concept, or they're just constantly doing things. And they're not doing things on one game. I think they're working on like 4 games at one time. Now, for this video specifically, I do want to talk about Max Payne, and it's something that people have talked about, I've talked about, right? Like, when does this game come out? And I think for those that are saying 2025, I think you're going to be right. Now, Control is like, that's the big one. At least I think. I think Control 2 is the one that they probably want to do the most well. But, Max Payne's big. At least it used to be big. And I think it can still absolutely be big now. And this game seems to be the closest from everything that we've kind of heard. So the big news of today with Max Payne is that it's actually going to enter full production probably over the next couple months. So at some point over the summer, this thing will be full force. And look, full production, okay, or just if you want to call it whatever you want to call it, but even just production, right? I mean, can it take over a year? Yes, and I say over a year because you're starting to get into where 2025 looks very reasonable. The end of 2025 looks very reasonable, but can it take longer than a year and a half? It could, but I feel like a lot of the stuff has already been done. I feel like, again, every time we hear about this game, it's one step closer to releasing. It's at proof of concept, then it's at pre-production, then it's at full production. I mean, they just move super fast. So at this point, I'd be willing to believe in them and to say that, like, next fall, that's when you're getting the Max Payne remake. And then, what's even funnier, I guess maybe even crazier, Control 2 is probably right around the corner after that. If you get Max Payne next fall, I think Control 2 is like a January, February, March of 2026. I think 2 years from now, we'll have already played Control 2. They're just that fast. And you also have the multiplayer game. You also have the Alan Wake DLCs. I mean, they're just doing so much. But that's really the big news. And, I mean, that's a quick turnaround. Like, they kind of just started Max Payne, it feels like, not that long ago. And again, like, can full production last longer than a year and a half? Yeah, it can take 2-3 years. I guess it doesn't have to come out next year. But, 2026, 2027, I guess that's possible. But I feel like it's going to be a quick turnaround. So that's kind of just what I want to say. I'm impressed. I really am, because these guys make a lot of games. They make them all at the same time. They've expressed like confidence that they're able to make games, more than one game at the same time, and do it well. I have trust in them. They have trust in themselves. That's really all they need. They don't need me. But I feel like you're going to get Max Payne really soon. I feel like, I think that's going to kind of be the order. It might be like Max Payne. I think it's going to be Max Payne, the multiplayer game, and Control 2. I think you're going to get all of those within maybe 6 to 8 months of each other. Like, I really maybe one 12-month cycle is just kind of like Remedy's year, and they just, come out and just dominate. No, you look, I mean, when I say dominate, their games aren't out there selling 5-10 million. Their games are slow burns. Alan Wake is still under even like 1.5. I think last time they said it was 1.3 million units sold as of February. Will it get to the 2-3 million? Yeah, it will, but it takes some time. So, I'm not literally saying they're going to dominate and sell like 10-15 million units each, but I think they're going to have just a really good year eventually. Maybe next year it's going to be a really solid one for them. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on. I hope to see you all on the next one.